Hey, beautiful people. Thanks for coming and visiting 302 Sobriety. This is a holiday issue, which I'm going to be answering a couple of questions that my friends privately messaged me. And hopefully it'll help you out. Some are requests they want me to do, and I'm going to do it. And then I'll explain my issues. And holiday spirit and what you should be able to do during the holiday seasons that helps me out coping. So here goes. Very first question that a lot of people have been asking me is, why do I keep wearing a hat, a cap, or wear my hair in a ponytail? Well, I have issues of image, and I don't like, well, it's not that I like my hair, but I don't think other people like it. I know I shouldn't be worried about it, but I do. And I promise that I'll take my hat off and let my hair down. So here goes. They wondered if I'm hiding a bald spot, if I'm hiding gray hair. Well, it's not a bald spot, but it's my gray hair that's growing out. My hair is, as you can see, it's curly and it's ruly, and with this beard, I like the look. Most of the time I used to wear my hair really short, cropped, almost skinhead, real short, or maybe about 1/4 of an inch, and I had my curls showing a lot. And I always had a real short beard, not as long as you see it now. But that's an image problem I've had. I used to have it when I was younger because I used to weigh 415 pounds. I lost a lot of weight, as you can see. And this is going to go away for the rest of the video. I would like for you to post and tell me, do you like the way this look, or should I cut it, or just accept who I am? Comment below. I would appreciate it. I don't know if I'm going to do any of it, but you know, I might just leave it like this and in a ponytail, which this is the way I normally wear it, and it's bushy, and I put a cap on. But as you can see, this is me. A lot of people ask me, what insecurities do I have? My insecurities, as I mentioned just now, it was image. Also, how other people see me. You know, I've always had a problem that people saw me really aggressive. I'm 6'3", I weigh now about 185 pounds. I used to weigh 415 pounds. And, you know, it takes used to. They want to know also what are some of the ideas for holidays that I use to stay sober. Well, it goes back to day one. First of all, I had a little enlightenment when I first took my first drink. And that's when I really got spiritual, because it affected my vibe. I knew I was in trouble. I asked my higher power, please help me. I knew I was going to take the drink anyway. And while drinking, I said, please help me. I'm in trouble. So I just disregarded all that stuff. I took the drink, and it brings me to all the problems that I had, that I'm still facing, and that I will continue, not facing, but still struggling. It's a thing that I have to always keep in my mind, never to take that first drink, because I didn't think clearly. And the thing that really got me wasn't the alcohol itself. It was my emotions. It was the lifestyle. It was people, places, and things. I had to cut, in order to survive for myself, I had to cut ties with my fellow drinkers. And it put me in a space that I had to face myself. They either dropped off little by little once they knew I was serious about what my journey was going to be, that I was no longer the fun guy. I was not the type of person that's going to go out and have a good time. Of course not. I was a dead battery at that time. I was prone to slips and everything. I'm in a 12-step program. I highly believe 12 steps. For me, it works. The serenity prayer works. When I do something, I have to take a look at myself first, because it's usually a reflection. If I get angry at somebody, it's a reflection of myself. And I have to always keep that in mind. Did I contribute? Didn't I contribute? Is it justfully so? Do I have to say something at that moment? That was a real big issue for me. I still struggle with it, don't get me wrong, because I'm not perfect. But I progressed so much within these 6 years. I'm going on my 7th year, to understand myself more. Spiritually, what the cosmos have around us. You might call it Jesus, you might have Catholicism, any organized religion. You believe in something, you believe in a higher power. Even atheists can use the 12 steps for their recovery, because there's something higher. I learned that, you have all these doctors, but they cannot create life. That life is born, it's implanted in us. And that's not something a human being can actually duplicate. They're trying cloning, they're doing all these scientific stuff. Well, it's fine. You're never going to get it. That's my belief. The other thing is places. I stayed away. It took me they say, and it took me about 3 to 4 months, so I could give it to 6 months, before my body, physical ailments, my swelling of my organs, my cloudiness in my mind went away. Once that went away and my chemistry in my body leveled off, I was faced with my true self, how I think and everything. Yes, I looked for a therapist. I worked with a therapist. I found out I had high anxiety, PTSD, depression. I still have that. I take medication, no narcotics or anything, but it's helped me quite a bit to calm my anxiety down. The way of life I was living was exciting. It was exciting for me. It was the women, the money, the crime, the excitement, the adrenaline that it caused. I didn't care the damage I was doing to myself. I didn't realize it at the time. Other people did. Some people said something, but didn't follow through. And I don't think I would have been able to comprehend what they were telling me anyway in the first place. But the people that stuck by me through this whole journey have been there constantly, always asking me, messaging me, emailing me, texting me. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Give me a call. I call my sponsor. I call people. The first line of defense for me is, if I'm in a bad space, is make a phone call to one of my friends that understand what I'm going through, and just talking to them changes my whole attitude. They remind me of where I was, where I'm at. I make progress. I'll continue making progress to keep moving forward, which is so totally true. And also to remember the triggers within myself, what started this thought process at that time. Once in a while, I have these dreams. They call them like drinking dreams, wet dreams, whatever you want to call it, that I wake up drunk or high. And then to my surprise, I'm not. It was a dream. It was so realistic. The past things that I've done, it seemed like I just did it. And I had to understand that it was just a part of me that I accepted, and I knew that it was there. And every once in a while, its ugly head, that little monkey on my shoulder, rears his head up, and I just have to push it out and go with the energies around me. I live 100 times better life than I was living. I was only interested in getting high, having fun, not taking care of my responsibilities, and that was a big problem for me. And not until I stopped that I realized that I had to focus on myself. If I don't take care of myself, I can't take care of my surroundings. So that's what helped me. Now for the holidays, because this is going to be a holiday edition, I was going to dress up as Santa Claus. I'm close to it, but I don't have all my gray hair. I got gray beard. I was going to put a hat on and some lights, but I'm not into that right now. But I understand that the holiday seasons can be very, very, very difficult. It could be difficult for a number of reasons. One, hey, it's party time. Everybody wants to celebrate, so you go, you visit family, they're drinking, they tiptoe around you. Should I drink in front of him? Should I offer him something to drink? Some people don't know what you're going through. I don't have a problem with my own anonymity. So I say I don't drink. Oh, why don't you drink? I'm a recovering alcoholic. I've accepted that. I've embraced it. I don't care who I talk about it to them. If they don't understand and they don't like it, too bad. But it took me time to get to that point. It took me time to accept who I was, to embrace my flaws, to accept my good person that I am. But I still have a lot of character defects. And I'm constantly working on it. Sometimes it gets too tiring and I just get depressed and why did I put myself into this? And then I start thinking about the past. And that's one of my danger things. I can't think about the past. I can't forget it. Don't get me wrong. I cannot forget it because then I'll tend to relive it. Just as this world is going through right now with this pandemic, with the mandates and everything. If you look back in history, this is how things started, telling you how to do things, and it's all about control. And my big thing for myself was I had to control everything I saw through my eyes. Everything that I saw through my eyes. I had to control you, I had to control the environment, I had to control everything. Once I realized the only thing I can control was the way I accept things, that's when my eyes opened up and I started my change. I surround myself with the right people. I do my 12 steps. I go, which one does this apply to me? Which steps do I have to take a look at my character defects? Do I have to apologize? Do I have to apologize now? Are they going to accept it? If they don't accept it, it's not my problem. I know I'm not perfect, but I cannot make your problem my problem. And that's the way I look at it. I try to be as courteous civil. If I don't like something, I know to stay away. I don't have to argue the point. I don't have to do anything. I just shake my head and say yes. But if it gets to the point that I have to say something, yes, I will say something immediately if it requires to say something now. I'm not going to be a doormat. That's one thing I'm not going to be, is a doormat. Yes, I make errors. Sometimes I just let my ego take control, and because you said something that I didn't like you to say, and that means that your reflection is going against my belief, I'm ready to attack. Well, it's not. I should accept you. You have your opinion about your thing, and I respect it. I might not agree with it, but I respect it. The other thing in the holiday seasons, the women and men, you work all year for Christmas, for this holiday, New Year's, and you come home and you're in an argument with your loved one, with your partner. You know, we need this, and it's like never ending. And geez, please, you know, I'm doing the best I can, but they don't see it. You're the one that has the problem. You know, like I have the problem. So either I accept it because we clicked at some time, I love the person at that time. You know, I'm single, I'm not. I'm focusing on myself, my life, and my kids. That's my goal. You know, I'm trying to do better for myself so I can provide in the future for my children. I don't know what the future has in store for me. I could drop dead as soon as I get off this camera. But that's life. I'm not scared of dying, because we all have to die. And my legacy, hopefully, is that he never gave up. He always fought through everything. Whether it was a struggle fighting, or it was easy fighting, easy learning, hard head, whatever it was, I always kept moving forward. And that's my mantra. What I learned in the 12 steps in the fellowship were all these little sayings. Easy does it, one day at a time. If you say that often and keep that in your mind, one day at a time, it becomes part of you. It becomes part of me. And that's what keeps me going. Now, leave the part where you work hard all year and then you come home and your wife, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend is arguing, you know, I need this, or well, how come you didn't get this, or people are not happy with what you got them for Christmas gift. It took me a long time because I wanted to be the big shot. I wanted to buy the biggest thing. I wanted to do the biggest party. I wanted to do everything big. Now it's, I give you a card. My kids are separate. You know, they're my children. They'll be 21 years old soon, in about 6 months. But they're the ones I take care of. Everybody else, I give them a card and say, always thinking about you. I give them a call and touch bases with them on a frequent basis time. So they know I'm doing fine. You know, I post these videos. I have the social media, Instagram, TikTok. This is the social media, YouTube, that I use to express myself. So you can see what happens to me. All the other social medias that I have is usually a motivational quote, you know, something to motivate you to keep on going. And I post some of the things that I do artistically, creatively, and some issues, the problems that I have. So you could understand me a little bit more, but I'm a deep type of person. I'm private. I am selective in who I share myself with intimately. of thoughts and stuff, because not everyone wants to hear it. A lot of people come up to you, hey Mike, how you doing? And they expect the answer, oh, I'm doing fine. They don't want to hear the truth. They just want to say, oh, you're doing fine, that's good, okay. But once you ask these certain type of people that say, hey, how you doing? And you start talking and you start saying, well, I've been going through this. I lost them in the first sentence. So they really don't care. They really don't want to understand. And that's what I've been able to differentiate. Who really cares to find out how I was and who I'm going to speak to. Not everyone I complain about what I'm going through, but it helps to let some steam off before it builds up like a teapot. If you keep holding back your feelings and you can't handle the emotions and you're feeling sad and you're feeling anxious and your thoughts are running wild and you can't think straight, talk to somebody. That usually helps me, because the people that I choose will give it to me straight. And because I accept their opinion, it helps me out. Now, I'm not going to tell you what really is bothering me if you're not going to give it to me straight. Some people say, hey, don't worry about it. It's going to go away. And that's not what I want to hear. I know it's going to go away, but right now it's not going away. Right now it's eating me up alive. I can't stop these thoughts. I can't stop the way I'm thinking. I can't stop the anger. I can't stop the depression. But you pick your people carefully. Now, when you go to a Christmas party or New Year's party, always have an exit plan. Number one, exit plan. If you're young, into recovery and your recovery journey, your sobriety journey, eliminate going to these places, because the pressure that other people are going to put on you, and you're going to say to yourself, because I've said it, I'm a party pooper because everybody else is having fun and they're all drinking and I'm the only one not drinking. But it's helped me in a way that I can see the plastic people and the false, how do you call it, energy. Now they become stronger, they become more boisterous. Things that they wanted to say, put a little bit of liquor in them or a little bit of drugs, and they say anything that pops into their head. Sometimes it makes sense, sometimes it doesn't make sense, but false courage, that's what it is false courage. And now I understand that it's not only about the false courage. I have to be real with myself in order to be happy. I find happiness within myself, how everything around me is coming together. Not coming together as fast as I wish, because that's part of my control thing. I want everything yesterday, but it's coming together, and I have to keep an eye out for that. I lost everything when I started drinking. I mean, I lost my house, I lost my job, drinking took everything, took money away, took everything away. Relationships, friends, that I think I would have been still friends, but because I was such an ass, it stopped. So have an escape plan. For those of you that think you're strong, or if you, as a matter of fact, if you get involved early in your recovery in a relationship, think about this. One of my friends told me 2 dead batteries cannot start a car. Means that if I was early in my recovery and the other person's drinking, or she or he is in early recovery, we're 2 dead batteries. We're not going to be able to make it work, because one of us is either going to grow and one's going to fall. So I stayed by myself to find out who I was, how strong I was. I don't test it yet, to have a relationship. When it comes, I'll see it coming, and I know what I want. So that's the other part. If you think you're strong enough, because I could go to a bar and hang out with my friends. I have my seltzer water or Coke, and I'm fine with it. Once I get uncomfortable, my plan of escape is my vehicle. So what I do is I say thank you. I had a wonderful time. I'll see you tomorrow, or I'll see you when you get over your hangover. No, Mike, stay. Come on, we're having a good time. Yes, we're having a good time, but it's time for me to go. And then they look at me and they say, we got you, no problem, because I'm hanging out with the right people. Other people will say, you little punk ass, why don't you drink, just one drink. Come on, just one drink for us, for old time's sake. It's Christmas, it's New Year's. No, I don't put myself in that position. Once I start feeling uncomfortable, it's time to go. So I get in my car, drive, deal with the uncomfortable feeling for a little while, and before I get out of the parking lot, I'm feeling fine. And that's what saves me. Triggers are a big thing. If I know that someone is not listening and they're drunk and they want to keep pushing themselves on top of you and talking smack and doing all that, that puts me in a real uncomfortable, and trigger starts raising up, because the old way, the old me, I was up beside your head. Violence came in. Not anymore. Now I rather walk with my head down, say thank you, back off, and walk away. Just please don't touch me. If you swing, I'm going all out. And that's the way I've been taking my time. I'm not just going to get hit and just say, oh, it's because you're drunk. No, I'm going to try to knock you out, so when you wake up the next day, you remember that I knocked you out. If you remember, unless you did it while you blacked out. Those triggers. Going by a liquor store doesn't bother me. Going by a bar doesn't bother me. Parties don't bother me. Weddings don't bother me. I know when I feel uncomfortable in a situation, I just walk away quietly. Sometimes you don't even see me leaving. But I do what I need to do for myself and my sobriety, my health. You have your children. You want to do the best for your children during the Christmas, the holiday times, Thanksgiving too. You're dealing with different attitudes, different personalities, your family. Here's the drunk, or here's the alcoholic that's coming to the party. You have people with bad feelings about you, and so on and so forth. You know the people that I'm talking about, because everybody has them. And the crazy uncle. I don't know how you do it, but then you start thinking to yourself, hey, something, I was like that. I couldn't care less if you didn't drink or if you did drink. I just offer you a drink. When I would go to a party and bring a gift, what did I bring? Liquor, maybe a box of wine, a box of liquor for the party. Not now. I come in, if it's flowers for the house, something for the house, for the family. That's what I do. If there's kids there, I might try to get them one each a little gift. I don't overdo it. I keep it under a certain budget. And for my own children, I do the same thing. It's not about, I can't give you the world. I give you my world the whole year through, my whole life. I'm not going to go and bend over backwards and stress out for one day. It's monetary. It's propaganda. It's about buy this toy, buy this, do this, do this. You go here, go. Yeah, it's not about that. You can have a peaceful, good time with a couple of good friends in your house, someone's house. Make a dinner, have candlelight, take your girlfriend and your wife, your spouse, your husband, cook something alone, get the kids out of the house, have somebody babysit them for a while. Whoever's not going out, maybe they'll do that for you. But there's ways to go around it. There are ways to go around it. And you could have a good, peaceful time. You could watch a Christmas parade, the New Year's parade on TV, put a big screen up, and go do your thing. You know, have a good time, enjoy yourself, make yourself happy. Don't make yourself miserable, because once you start drinking, the following day, guarantee you're going to say, I shouldn't have done that. I'm not going to do it again. I can't count how many times I've done that. Over the throne, throwing up, I'm not going to do this again. I'm not going to do this again. Throwing up, that stopped me. I don't miss it. I don't miss blacking out. How did I get home? Who drove me home? Who I'm sleeping next with? I don't miss any of that. You know, so for you guys, what works for me might not work for you, but this is a start. Be real to yourself. Know what you want, not what everybody else wants. And I say this, but I'm talking about my hair, that I think people don't like my hair or my appearance, my weight loss, my talking about sobriety. But once you get in your mind that you say, no, you know, this is who I am, you live a better life. Because you start weeding the people that really don't see you for who you are. They don't see you for who you are. They see an image. They judge you within the first 5 seconds. When you open your mouth or when you approach them, I don't like this guy. Oh, I like this guy. You know, oh, I like this woman. No, I don't like this woman. They're only looking at the book cover. They don't see the pages behind the cover. And you don't have to disclose yourself right away. This is a long process. Once you build a relationship and you start knowing people, you know, everybody wants to know, who am I getting involved with? Why is he like this? Why is he this? You'll find out when I'm ready to let you know. If you ask the right questions, I'm not going to lie to you. I'll give you the answer. If you don't like it and I don't see you again, that's fine. It wasn't meant to be. It was not meant to be that you and I are friends, you and I are lovers, you and I are boyfriend, girlfriend. It wasn't meant to be. Because if I accept you for who you are, accept me for who I am. And that's what I learned. I have different friends. I will work with anybody. I will help anyone. If I see that the pressure is on, the uncomfortability is getting to me,